Welcome back to Gaming with Pants, and this is a little bit of a different type of video for you guys. This is story time. This happened last summer here where I live. I don't live in the best neighborhood. It's a small town, but I mean, you know, you don't necessarily live in the best neighborhood sometimes. And as you can see, it's cold in this room. This is the room I'm setting up for this type of video. More of a personal story time video. Sorry for the ums and ahs and whoos and whatnots. So anyway, last summer, my buddy Ty, he lives I don't know, maybe 2 blocks, 3 blocks away from me. So he'll walk over to my house sometimes, and we'll have dinner. You know, me and the woman, and so he was getting ready to leave. He came over, we had dinner, and he was getting ready to leave. And so we went out on the front porch. We were gonna have a smoke. Yes, I smoked dirty cigarettes, and I don't really know what to tell you about that. Bad life choices. If you want to know more about bad life choices, just stay tuned. I have plenty. So anyway, we're out front porch, and somebody's running down the road with this flashlight. This flashlight is so bright. I mean, it could have a fist fight with the sun, and I think this flashlight might have won. I mean, it was the brightest flashlight I've ever seen in my life. And I'm thinking, okay, it's got to be my neighbors, you know. They're the type of neighbors that, you know, they go around and they liberate cans from your yard. I'm pretty sure they just love the environment more than everybody else because they love to go recycle cans, bottles, but I really can't be sure. But anyway, yeah, so I mean, figured it was one of them, you know, running down the road. So I'm like, okay, what is this, you know? Well, it's a cop, you know, and he comes running up. And he's like, somebody just jumped in the river in handcuffs, and I need to check your backyard to make sure that he's not back there. Go ahead, check my backyard. Well, he starts turning down my side, the side of my house. Well, I have a fence just to keep my dog in. Anybody that knows me knows my dog. I think she has more friends and followers than I could ever have. So anyway, so I'm like, he starts turning down there, and I'm like, wait, dude, wait, you know, and he starts like, what? You know, I'm like, oh, you got to go through the house. I got a fence, you know, there's no gate. It's just this wire fence. You know, even with that, I mean, the flashlight, maybe if you held it up to the fence, I mean, it was so bright, it might have melted the fence, but then, you know, it's like, I don't want to have to put up a new fence. So, you know, like, you got to go through the house. You know, I got nothing to hide. Go through the house. You know, the kitchen's dirty. We just got done eating dinner, but who cares? So, you know, I'm like, you got to go through the house, you know. And the woman's in the house. She went in to go to the bathroom real quick before saying bye to our buddy. And so she's just coming out as the cops run into the door. I just stepped aside, you know, go through the house. And he's like, oh, he stops. He's like, oh, you got a dog? I'm like, yeah, I got a dog. You know, I'm like, who doesn't have a dog or a cat? I mean, you know, but I mean, obviously a dog's more vicious. Well, people say dogs are more vicious than cats, but cats are evil, you know. They like watch you sleep. You know, I'm pretty sure that they would just much rather kill you, but they realize that, you know, you're bigger than them and you're feeding them. So I don't know. Cats are evil. That's my personal opinion. I still like cats. I pet the neighbors' cats when they come up on the porch. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got a dog. And he's like, oh, is it friendly? And I'm like, oh yeah, don't worry about her, man. The most dangerous part about her is her tail. You know, and yeah, she's a pit bull, but I mean, you wouldn't think it. Once you met her, you would be like, oh yeah. No, she's not gonna hurt anybody. She loves everybody. So as he's getting ready to grab the door, you know, the woman opens up the door, and she's like, oh, the fuck, you know, and so I'm like, oh, he needs to get in the backyard. You know. So she runs through the house with him, opens up the back door, He goes in the backyard. Well, our entire backyard is fenced off. It's the same. It's like that, farm style, like square wire fencing. I mean, we just had this big, can't fit through it, and that's all we really need. So he runs back there, and then me and my buddy Ty were like, "Mom, what the fuck just happened? Did he say a dude jumped in the river in handcuffs?" Now, here's the part. I wanted to go down and videotape where I think he jumped in, because maybe someday I'll go down and I'll talk to the cops, and we'll get like a more in-depth video for this. But this is just story time. This is just what happened. So obviously there's nothing back there. He comes running back out front, and then the neighbors, the can liberators, they're out on their porch all night. I mean, I'll go to bed super late and have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and the same people that are still out on the porch smoking. Now, I'm pretty sure they're like a neighborhood watch. I mean, obviously they're good people. They're liberating cans. They're helping the environment. They're out there. They're recycling. I mean, they're helping you guys out. You don't even know. Like they're saving the environment. And they're so environmentally conscious. They're always riding bikes, and they always have new ones. I mean, they spray paint them black. I don't know what that's all about, but they do operate out at night, liberating your cans and saving the environment. So maybe that's why they paint them black, so they can be more stealthy about it. I'm not exactly sure. So anyway, they start yelling, "Oh, he's over here, he's over here," and they're on the other side of the road, so they're facing the river. Like, the river's in my backyard. And yeah, as you see, I keep gesturing because I'm in my back bedroom that I'm turning into a studio for this kind of thing. So they're like, "Oh, he's back there, he's back there." And so they run. This officer, he runs down there, and I'm looking, and I see this dude, and he pokes his head out. Now his hands are in front of him. I'm thinking, he's in handcuffs? Like, okay. I don't know if they cuffed him in front or they cuffed him in back. I have no idea. But anyway, he immediately ducks his head back like he's getting ready to bolt. The officer gets around the side of the building, and I just hear this, "Get on the fucking ground, Shane!" And I'm like, man, they know who this dude is. Well, obviously they had him cuffed. Now, let's clear things up. I live about 2, maybe 3 blocks, away from the police station. The river runs from the back of the police station. I mean, it's right there. And it runs past my backyard. I mean, if you know me, if you've been here, or if you follow me on Facebook or anything like that, I mean, I've post pictures during the summer when I'm out barbecuing. It's nice. It's nice to hear it. It's calm, and most of the neighborhood's pretty chill, and it's quiet. So he jumped in the river down there, and then somehow ended up past my house to the neighbor's house, and get on the fucking ground chain. So we're like, okay, they know who he is. Obviously they had him cuffed, and they had him at the police station, so they know who this guy is. I don't know any Shanes, and I'm not going to change the name because who fucking cares? There's a million Shanes out there. Well, I used to know one Shane, but it definitely wasn't him. So then we're like, whoa, man, whoa, dude, this is crazy. And then all of a sudden, here comes another dude running down the road. But this guy does not have the bright as the fucking sun flashlight. But there's this jingling, and we're like, dude, and it's another officer. But this is the canine unit. Obviously, somebody jumps in the river, they're going to send the canine unit out to get him. So we're like, dude, they're down there, right around the corner of that house, And my neighbor, she comes out, and she's like, what's going on? Who knows when somebody's going to come crawling out of the river in your backyard and try to be getting away from the cops. You don't know. You don't know. So he takes off. He runs down, gets around the corner of the house, and then it's just quiet. And we're like, cool. They got the guy. And then all of a sudden you just hear this, "Don't fuck with my dog." Whew. with a cop's dog. Like, they're trained to fuck you up. So, I'm sorry about the language, but I mean, really. So, we're like, man, like, I guess you're not going home right now, and he's like, oh, no, like, I got to check this out, And, so we each grab an extra beer. We come back out on the front porch and, ambulance shows up, fire truck shows up, bunch of like every cop in town shows up. I mean, it's this little tiny road. I mean, the road that I live on is like the road that time forgot. Like half of it isn't even paved and it's in the middle of town. And to make this really long story short, he lost a shoe. Handcuffed, he somehow lost his shirt. How do you lose a shirt when you're handcuffed? So anyway, yeah. They got him. They got him though. They arrested him. They ended up having to take him to the hospital, minor bruises and stuff. But I mean, come on, man. If you would just take that kind of energy, like you're going to jump into a river to avoid being arrested after they already caught you. They know who you are. They took you down to the station. If you just took that kind of energy and you focused it into your actual daily life choices, you wouldn't be getting arrested, man. You wouldn't be getting arrested. Anyway, that was story time with Nate Pants. Boom. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this type of video, leave a comment. I got lots of different videos or different stories. There's, lots of things happen on this road. I wouldn't say it's because of my amazing earth-saving neighbors, but some of it is. Anyway, this has been Pants. I'll talk to you later.